So it looks like Apple is really feeling the heat right now. The buzz around the iPhone 16 series hasn't been what they hoped for, with pre-orders coming in pretty underwhelming. This isn't just a small hiccup. Their stock prices are taking a nosedive, and the outlook for the future isn't looking super bright either. Now, Apple's got its sights set on the iPhone SE 4, which they're banking on as their big savior. This phone could be a game changer for them, especially since it's being touted as the most feature-packed special edition iPhone yet. Remember when the first special edition iPhone dropped back in 2016? It was basically a revamped iPhone 5S, and while it had some upgrades, it also came with a fair share of cost cutting. They did a similar thing with the iPhone SE 2 in 2020, which was built on the iPhone 8's bones. But man, when they released the iPhone SE 3 in 2022, they really pushed it with 5-year-old hardware and minimal upgrades. Apple has never been the most generous when it comes to making major updates, and their special edition models aren't any different. While other brands are rolling out innovative features like trifolds and rollable phones, Apple hasn't even dipped its toes into foldable tech yet. And let's not even start on the software side. Apple has been pretty slow to adopt the whole AI trend. When they finally did roll something out, their flagship hardware wasn't even equipped to take full advantage of it. Now, we want to hear from you. What upgrades do you think the iPhone SE 4 needs to truly make a splash and help Apple reclaim some of its lost market share? With so much competition in the low and mid-range smartphone categories, this new special edition could be the lifeline Apple needs. The good news is that Apple seems to be moving away from its usual frugal ways with the SE 4. Rumor has it that they're packing in some upgrades that aren't outdated by several years. It's expected to share the same RAM and processor as the flagship models, which is a big deal. Plus, it's said to be built on the iPhone 16 chassis, meaning a 6.1-inch display, and Apple is finally ditching those LCD screens for OLED panels. We're also hearing that the SE 4 will feature an upgraded modem, which is set to debut in the iPhone 17 series. And yes, the switch to USB-C is happening. There are even whispers about the addition of an action button, which could be pretty cool. The price tag is rumored to be under $500, which is lower than many other mid-range smartphones out there, so you know they're still keeping an eye on costs. Visually, even though it'll have the iPhone 16 chassis, it's going to look a bit like the iPhone 14, complete with that notch instead of the newer pill-shaped cutout. The camera will be a single but upgraded one, and while we can expect the chipset to be a slightly toned-down version of the flagship one, don't hold your breath for a 120 Hz refresh rate on the display. As for battery and charging upgrades, we haven't heard much, but considering how much Apple is counting on the SE 4, they've got to deliver something good. Meanwhile, Samsung is cooking up a rollable smartphone for 2025, and Apple really needs to think about jumping into the foldable game soon. So, what are your expectations from upcoming iPhone SE 4 from Apple? Let us know it down below in the comments section, and for more updates you can check out our channel, and I'll see you all in the next one. Until then, take care.